Our final question of the day comes from Akash Dragon. Akash Dragon. Okay, it says, "Hello, sir." You don't have to call me sir. OG Ant, we're family here, bro. What's up? Lone Wolf. All right, here we go. It says, "Hello, sir. I recently discovered your channel and instantly loved all your content." Thank you. Thank you so much. I know this may sound cheesy, but I really appreciate hearing that because I do it for the love, and knowing that it's making someone like you happy makes me happy. So good. Thank you so much. Sorry, I lost my place here. It says, "I recently discovered your channel and instantly loved all your content. Thank you. What is your favorite kung fu movie using weapons? Me and my brother is master." No, all right. Okay, he probably meant for me and my brother. It's okay. "Me and my brother is Masked Avengers and the Pitchfork." He probably means the Trident from Bangladesh. Okay, wow. Reaching way out to Bangladesh. Hello, everyone out there in Bangladesh. Thank you so much, Akash Dragon. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the question. So many weapons. Oh my goodness. There's so many movies that involve weapons. I mean, right? There's Five Element Ninjas, Secret of Shaolin Poles. There's obviously, yes, there's Masked Avengers, Flag of Iron, Flying Guillotine. There's just so many. Avenging Eagle. I was just riffing off the top of my head. You know what? For me, I know this may sound crazy, but two movies where nobody dies, but the weapon showcases in both these movies are fantastic. So I'm gonna call it a tie. It would be a tie between Legendary Weapons of China. Fantastic movie. And that one stars Lau Kar-leung. That's a fantastic movie. Cara Huey, Xiao Ho, Gordon Liu in a cameo. Fantastic movie. We'll get back to that in a second. And the other is Heroes East. Heroes East. I think some people refer to it as Shaolin Challenges Ninja. These movies are fantastic. And nobody dies in either movie. Just fantastic movies. So for me, I'm gonna start with the last one first. Heroes East is probably the first movie that, well, first of all, it's a first for me because it's the first movie I ever saw Gordon Liu having hair. So that's first of all. But I wasn't really aware of who Lar Kar-leung was. I didn't know who he was. And later on, when I discovered, oh, it's the guy he's the guy who's teaching him drunken style in the village. He's also the director, and that's when I began to really learn more about him and who he was. But the movie's fantastic, right? You've got this great premise. You've got, Chinese versus Japanese. You've got hand-to-hand, and you've got weaponry that's happening in these movies. And he does a fantastic job. The director, meaning Lau Kar-leung, does a fantastic job of showcasing both. And oh my God, I love that. And he even takes the time to really put a stamp on that and illustrate it. So if you're watching there's a scene in Heroes East where Gordon Liu's character is fighting with a spear, and he's fighting a warrior who has a Japanese spear. But the Chinese spear, for those of you who probably already know this, it has a feather on it, right? This kind of red feathering that is most traditional in China with Chinese spears. And they're fighting, and what he does is he illustrates that this thing it 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 can create a distraction by waving it in your opponent's face, but it can also tangle those strings, the strings from those feathers can tangle up your opponent's weapon as well. And then he puts a point on it, because the Japanese guy clearly is no match for Gordon Liu. He loses. And then he looks at it like, what is this? And then Gordon Liu begins to just demonstrate it for him and show it to him. The fight's over. And I love that. That is fantastic, right? So all of the weapons, the various weapons that are being used in Heroes East, it's just a marvelous way of showcasing those weapons. And you get some things that you are familiar with, and you're gonna see some things that maybe you're not so familiar with. And then to top it all off, you get this fantastic ninja battle that spans over 15 minutes, right? Chinese ninja versus Japanese ninja. And they pull out all the stops. And you're getting everything. You're getting sword fights, and you're getting darts being thrown, and yeah, just a litany of weapons. It's a fantastic, fantastic movie. Legendary Weapons of China. Legendary Weapons of China. There are movies that when they're on, I have to stop what I'm doing and watch. I have to stop what I'm doing and watch. Legendary Weapons of China is one of those movies. With the exception of the goofy part that they stick in Alexander Fusheng. That part I wasn't crazy about. But the weapons, the fighting, the cunning and trickery and all of those things that they stick into the movie, it's basically they took the last 15 minutes from Heroes East and they extended it. And there's this battle that's happening between Kar Huey's character and Xiao Ho's character and Lar Kar Lung's character. And even Gordon Liu has some special weapons that he's brought along. And it's fantastic. A lot of shurikens, a lot of like ninja stars being thrown around. It's fantastic. Now, I know that there's a lot of, stuff that people don't like about the movie, the voodoo and the protecting pugilism that's happening against, firearms and that type of nonsense. But there is enough weapons fighting in that movie to really satiate someone who likes to see a really good demonstration, particularly in the end, the end fight, which is also about 15 minutes long. So yeah, those are great. Don't get me wrong, Masked Avengers is really fantastic. I like the fight cadence in Masked Avengers when they're fighting with the tridents. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know Liu Fang and Philip Kwok and goodness, I forget. Is it Yang Lee? I think his name is. I think that they were the primary fight choreographers for Masked Avengers, and it's fantastic. The fighting is good. It's just not enough fighting in it for me. A great deal of fighting happens like more towards the end. Well, no, there's some little fights here and there, but not enough to really. It's a fantastic film. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not trying to yuck your yum, Akash Dragon. It's really good. So I appreciate that. Something wrong with the physics of how they use the tridents, particularly when they are impaling people, because you have this wide trident and they push it through people. It's just kind of weird and bizarre. But you just accept it. You just kind of accept it. If you know, those of you who watch the movie know what I'm talking about. If you watch when they're impaling in that movie, it's something about the physics of the trident doesn't make sense, but still good. Flag of Iron. I like the movie, but the weapons, nah. I mean, I understand the significance of flag dancing in um, Asian culture, particularly Chinese culture. I understand that. I understand flag dancing, lion dancing. I get it. Um, yeah, essentially, basically, it's not really. It's not. It's a flag because there's a cloth hanging, but it's really more of a spear when you think about it. It's cool. It's cool, but my personal opinion, I know some people just enjoy the blood of it all, and that can be really good as well. Don't get me wrong, but it's something about Legendary Weapons of China and Heroes East that I just really enjoy. That I could sit down with a young cub back in the day, and I could show that to him, and he just ate it all up. He loved it, and I love it. And those two movies, I have some of my fondest memories of watching with DK. So yeah, it just has a special place in my heart. I hope I answered your question. That's not to say that Masked Avengers is not good. I'm glad you and your brother love that movie. It's good to know that martial arts cinema is all over the world. In Bangladesh, that's fantastic. So thank you for the question. I really appreciate it. Listen, this is pretty much the end of our show, so I want to thank you all for your wonderful questions. We love doing this with you all and spending time. Hey, if you're interested in sending in a question, please don't hesitate. Send it to lonewolfandcub71@gmail.com. You send that in, and we will, we get bags of questions. Some of them are great, some of them so, and we sort through them and we pick the ones that we want so that we can create our segments. So please, yes, if you have a question or something that you want to be read either live on air during our live streams or during one of these produced segments like this one, please go ahead and send that in. And yeah, leave your comments below. Tell us what you think. We truly appreciate you all. And again, thank you all. We'll see you next time. Peace.